Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your caps. Veterans, please salute and welcome Bernie Williams as he honors America with the performance of our national anthem. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here they are, your 2018 Eastern League Eastern Division All-Stars.
The count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Right hand pitcher, left hand batter. Kalika brings a .290 average to the table, 5 home runs and 33 driven in. Here's the toss, a swing and a miss. A biting breaking ball down and into the left hand batter.
That's one thing Romano does well. He mixes the pitches well and dances around the strike zone. Very unpredictable, doesn't easily fall into any sort of pattern.
Romano kicks a 1-2 pitch is high with a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just a beautiful evening here in Trenton. Here comes a 2-2 offering. That one swung on and lifted foul, third base side and into the sold out crowd. We have been at standing room only for this game for the better part of a week. It is expected to be one of the 20 largest crowds in Arm & Hammer Park franchise history. Here comes another 2-2 offering from Romano. A swing and a miss through a fastball, and there's one away.
Good put away pitch. Romano reaching back for a little something extra. That's something he'll do from time to time to get those strikeout totals, and did that right there to a tough out Andrew Kalika.
Here is shortstop Ryan Howard of the Richmond Flying Squirrels, AA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants. 23-year-old shortstop is a right-hand batter. Romano's offering is a fastball in there for a strike. Romano steps off momentarily. He is working with Davey Grullon of the Reading Fightin' Phils behind home. You see a left-hander warming in the Eastern pen. Next in line is Romano's offering, misses low, and the count is 1-1.
That's Matt Kent of the Portland Sea Dogs. Looks like he'll be the next man up.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the toss from Romano. Swinging a fly ball, center field. Headed back is Davis. He's looking up at the warning track. He leaps at the wall. Oh, did he get it? Oh my, Jonathan Davis. What a catch. And there are 2 away.
And a big smile on his face out there in center field as he shares some words with right fielder Jan Hernandez. As we take a look at it on the replay, Davis getting a good read on it, feeling around for the wall. Knew where he was the warning track, but still hit the wall fairly hard, but came up all smiles. Well done.
Just a fantastic catch at center field. by the Toronto Blue Jays center fielder of the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Next up is Luigi Rodriguez, a left-hand batter, also from Richmond. He takes a first pitch strike from Jordan Romano. Romano kicks and fires. He lights up the outside corner with a fastball. It's 0-2. Rodriguez ranks among the league lead in batting average and home runs. Here's the toss, a swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in a 1-2-3 first inning for Jordan Romano of the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Had a clean and all-star inning as you can hope for. We go to the bottom half of the first. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Jonathan Davis of the New Hampshire Fisher Cats leads off against the left-hander Hearn, who kicks and fires. First pitch is a bit high, the count 1-0. Hearn has the sign. And the toss home, a swing and a miss through a high fastball. Setting the defense for the Western Division, Taylor Gushew of Harrisburg is behind home plate. Joe Sever of the Akron Rubber Ducks at first base. Will Maddox of the Erie Seawolves is at second. Here's the 1-1 toss. That one's inside and low for ball 2. Shortstop Ryan Howard of the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Key Brian Hayes of the Altoona Curve, teammate of the starter Hearn, is over at third. Here comes a 2-1 toss. Davis takes inside for ball 3. In the outfield, Luigi Rodriguez of the Richmond Flying Squirrels. And then 2 Akron Rubber Ducks. Andrew Kalika in center, Connor Maribel in right. 3-1 toss is delivered high from Hearn, and Jonathan Davis works a leadoff walk. And because we are playing baseball in Trenton, it means that Bat Dog Rookie is working here in the bottom of the first inning. 4-year-old Golden Retriever brings Davis's bat back to the dugout.
And you can't talk about All-Stars without talking about Rookie. Solid presence here at Arm & Hammer Park for a couple of seasons now, and showing his stuff in front of the packed crowd here.
Here is shortstop Brendan Rodgers. First round selection of the Colorado Rockies. First offering to him is wide of the zone from Hearn. And the count is 1 ball, no strikes. Rodgers drafted in 2015, 21 years of age from Winter Park, Florida. Right-hand batter against the left-hand pitcher, Hearn. And the toss home. Missed the inside corner. The count is 2-0.
Already Hearn in a tough spot. 19 stolen bases on the year for Jonathan Davis, 4th most in the Eastern League.
Left-hander fires. Rodgers swings and hammers it foul down the left field line, well out of play. Certainly had home run distance on it. That is a big part of the profile for Brendan Rodgers. Right-hand batter as time is called. Rodgers has hit 17 home runs. Of course, playing in a slightly hitter-friendly ballpark in Hartford. But the power is real. That is for sure. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Rodgers swings, lifts it to center. To his left, Kalika, the center fielder, is there in right center. He makes the catch. And retreating to first base is Jonathan Davis. And there's one away here in the home half of the first inning.
The second baseman, number 6, Kevin Biggio.
Here is Kevin Biggio of the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. One of 3 sons on the Fisher Cats roster whose fathers were well accomplished major league players. First offering to the left-hand batter is in for a strike. Bo Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., teammates, also selected to this game. However, neither participating tonight. Guerrero Jr. because of an injury. Bo Bichette because he is unavailable. And the 0-1 pitch is swung on and bounced down the first base line, but foul. Picked up by Joe Sever. First baseman flips it into the crowd. In fact, a number of players picked to the initial roster for this game will be taking part in the SiriusXM Futures game this weekend down in Washington, D.C. as part of the Major League Baseball All-Star Week. 0-2 pitch from Hearn is swung on and fouled back.
Yeah, 3 of those 4 players are actually doubling up. Key Brian Hayes of Altoona, Ryan Mountcastle of Bowie, Brendan Rogers, who we just saw previously, the Hartford Yard Goats. Those are the other 3 of the 4 alongside Bichette. They're here in the Eastern League All-Star game as well. They're playing that Futures game on Sunday.
Scoreless game. Bottom 1, Eastern Division at the point, Western Division in the field. Taylor Hearn of the Altoona Curve is ready. And the 0-2 pitch, a breaking ball that bends out of the zone for ball 1. It was a quick 1-2-3 inning. A pair of strikeouts for Jordan Romano in the top half of the first. Hearn ready, looking over at first, and Davis is going. The pitch is taken outside. The throw down to second is not in time. Tag applied by the shortstop. Howard was a touch late on the throw by Taylor Gushu.
And Gushu put it in the right spot, and Howard able to make a nice clean tag. Not quite enough zip on the throw. Davis able to slide in just in front of it. One of the biggest speed threats in all the league.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Man on second and 1 away. Here's Hearn's offering. Breaking ball hooked down the right field line. It's well struck, but it hooks foul. And it lands on top of the netting. On top of the NJ Best Family Fun Zone. Down at the end of the first base side. Hearn looking at second. And he delivers a breaking ball low, laid off by Biggio. He's worked the count full here. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up next.
And one thing that's underrated about Biggio is his plate discipline. Leads the Eastern League with 64 walks this season. Really able to pick his pitches and always good pitch selection.
Wind is pushing out to center. Here comes the 3-2. Biggio swings and lifts it high in the air, left center. Luigi Rodriguez, the left fielder, into the alley. He is there to make the catch. Davis bluffs from second. He stays there. And there are 2 away here in the home half of the first. Here is Zach Green of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Big power threat. Participated in the Case's Pork Roll Home Run Derby last night. Green, a 24-year-old from Carmichael, California. The toss from Hearn is swung on and missed. Good fastball for strike 1. This is the 3rd time in Green's career that he has been selected to an All-Star game. The New York Penn League in 2013 and the Florida State League in 2016. Here comes an 0-1. Fastball taken high. They appeal down to first, and the first base umpire, Mike Savakinas, confirms that he checked the swing. All-star crew. On the umpire crew tonight, Randy Rosenberg has the balls and strikes. Jacob Metz is at third base. Patrick Scharschel at second. Joining Mike Savakinas over at first. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Fastball in there at the knees for strike 2. Green, the Eastern League leader in slugging percentage with a .578 mark. He's hit 17 home runs this year. Hearn looks at second and deals a 1-2. That is in there for a called third strike, and Taylor Hearn has a scoreless first inning for the Western Division. 1 inning in the books in the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic, presented by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey. We'll be back after these messages. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic.
Romantic, isn't it?
Craig of the Altoona Curve stands in, a right-hand batter. Takes the delivery low from Matt Kent. Alongside Spencer Smith, I'm John Moses. Thanks for joining us for the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. However you may be watching, listening, or tuning in, there is a 1-0 toss from Kent, and that one is lifted foul off to the first base side to count 1 ball and 1 strike. For those of you with us on 920 AM The Jersey, thanks for joining us. Hope you're here all season long. You're home from Trenton Thunder Baseball. 1 ball and 1 strike. The left-hander Kent delivers. It's inside for ball 2. Right-hand batter with an even stance. The toss is swung on and fouled away. Craig, the 2016 ACC Player of the Year, selected 22nd overall in 2016 out of Wake Forest. Kent kicks in the 2-2 pitch. Oh, is that an ethos? It's fouled away by Craig. Oh.
That drew a reaction from the crowd. Never know what you're going to see. Another look at it here. It's a straight lob.
And the toss to Craig is swung on and lifted to center. Davis charging in. He makes the running grab. Jonathan Davis showing off why he's been such a star in center field all year for New Hampshire. And there's one away.
Oh, we saw him go back to the wall in the first inning, and now we see him come charging in. Great shoestring catch on the run. That can be a tough one to make for a center fielder. There's that little bloop just beyond the infield. Well taken care of. He makes it all look so easy out there.
Taylor Gushu of the Harrisburg Senators is next. He fouls the first one away. Gushu, who also participated in the Cases Pork Roll Home Run Derby last night, right-hand batter, takes just inside. The count is 1-1. Gushu has hit 10 home runs this year. A 24-year-old from Boca Raton, Florida. He swings and misses over the next offering. Good changeup from Kent, and the count is 1-2. Gushu, originally a Pittsburgh Pirates farmhand. Here's a 1-2 breaking ball, swung on and missed, and the catcher Grullon held on to it. 2 away here in the second inning as Matt Kent has his first strikeout.
3 strikeouts total for Eastern Division pitching now. Get another look at that dirty breaking ball there from Kent. Big swing and a miss by Gushu. Good 2-strike pitch.
Here is Joe Sever of the Akron Rubber Ducks. The first pitch is low. Rubber Ducks, Cleveland Indians, AA affiliate. Sever with the slightly open right-handed stance. Here's a 1-0 toss. That one swung on, lifted to shallow right center. Davis is in and over. He is there, makes the catch, and it's an easy 1-2-3. Second inning for Matt Kent of the Portland Sea Dogs. We head to the home half of the second. There is no score. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Alongside Spencer Smith, I'm John Moses. It's the home half of the second inning here at the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Right-hander Bo Burrows of the Erie Seawolves takes over on the mound for the Western Division. First man he'll face is Levi Michael, right-hand batter of the Binghamton Rumble Ponies, and the toss is inside. The count is 1-0. Burrows a 3.83 ERA during the regular season. Here's a 1-0. Michael swings, lifts it well, deep left center. Kalika is back. He's looking up, and that one is off the base of the wall. Michael's at second. He's thinking about 3, and he will get there with a feet first slide and no throw. Leadoff triple by Levi Michael of the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. And the Eastern Division in business for their offense here in the second.
Former first-round selection of the Minnesota Twins 7 years ago. Michael making a splash here at the Eastern League All-Star Classic. Second man in scoring position now in the Eastern Division. Looks to get on the scoreboard first. Good stroke.
Here is Sam Hilliard, left fielder of the Hartford Yard Goats, Colorado Rockies affiliate. Toss from Burrows is fouled off the catcher, and the count is 0-1. Hilliard, who was also a participant in the Cases Pork Roll Home Run Derby last night. As it appears, TJ Zoik is the one getting ready in the Eastern Division pen. Toss to Hilliard is swung on and missed. Good changeup from Burrows. The count is 0-2. Hilliard has some amazing power, which has been on display all season long. Here comes an 0-2 pitch from Burrows, a fastball that delivers high. It's 1-2.
Put on a big show last night, 13 home runs in the first round of the Cases Pork Roll Home Run Derby. Finished as the runner-up last night to Davy Grion.
Burrows deals from the stretch. Changeup swung on and bounced off to the first base side of the mound. Burrows has it, throws to the first baseman Sever to get the out, and holding at third is Levi Michael. There's one away. Hilliard is participating in an all-star game in the midseason for the third straight year. South Atlantic League with Asheville in 2016, Lancaster in the California League last year. And now here is the Cases Pork Roll Home Run Derby champion, Davy Grullon, who last night put on a memorable display of power. A 22-year-old catcher of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The first offering is high, and the count is 1-0.
Has a batting stance and a swing somewhat reminiscent of Nelson Cruz of the Seattle Mariners. That open and slight bend in the knee.
And he swings and misses at the next offering from Burrows. The count is 1-1.
Also takes a lot of big uppercut swings that are very conducive to power strokes and sending the ball a long, long way.
Grullon, 24 total home runs, 14 in the first round, 10 in the final round last night. Here's a 1-1. That one slipped a bit high from Burrows, and the count is 2-1. This year, 12 home runs, a .287 average. The Philadelphia Phillies farmhand. Here comes a 2-1. Grullon swings and misses through a high fastball for strike two. Slightly open with the right-handed stance. Here's the toss. Grullon swings and misses through a high fastball for strike three. Bo Burrows, after serving up the leadoff triple, comes back to get the next two men. Hilliard and Grullon, and now another Reading Fightin' Phil, Jan Hernandez, on his way to the plate.
Your right fielder, number 7, Jan Hernandez.
Right fielder for the Eastern Division. .292 batter during the regular season, 10 home runs and 43 driven in for Hernandez. First pitch curveball, just missed the zone from Burrows, and the count is 1-0. Burrows ready at the belt. Michael on third. Here's a 1-0. Breaking ball taken on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Scoreless game, bottom two of the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Burrows ready, and the 1-1 toss is swung on and hit high in the air. Deep left field. Rodriguez looks up. You can't forget it. 2-run home run, Jan Hernandez of the Reading Fightin' Phils. And the Eastern Division leads it 2-0. That home run by Jan Hernandez is a Hyundai home run. Today's Hyundai dealer of the game is Davis Hyundai of Ewing, New Jersey.
What a huge moment for Jan Hernandez. Big swing, just kept his hands right inside the ball. It sent it a long, long way.
Here is Tim Tebow of the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Well documented. Tim's journey. Burrows delivers, and the first pitch is fouled back.
Also well documented lately the strides that Tebow has made as a hitter early on. Very raw, a little bit of power, but not great pitch recognition. He's only gotten better as time has gone on.
The toss from Burrows, a fastball misses low, and the count is 1-1. 2007 Heisman Trophy winner. National titles at Florida in 2006 and 2008 as a quarterback. And the toss is low. The count is 2-1. Played in the National Football League, Denver Broncos, New York Jets. He's on the roster for the Philadelphia Eagles as well. A 2-1 is swung on and served to the opposite field. And that one is fair and in the left field corner. Tebow's around first. He is headed for second and stands there with a double. Tim Tebow, who hit a 3-run home run on the first pitch he saw in Double-A, has a double in his first at-bat of the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic.
That's another way in which he's developing as a hitter. He's able to hit the ball to all fields. A nice line drive stroke there. A little bit distance on it, well short of the wall, but still plenty for extra bases. He's got a lot of supporters in-house tonight.
The manager for the Western Division, Michael Ryan, is on his way to the mound, and that's going to do it for Bo Burrows of the Erie Seawolves. Left-hander on his way in. That appears to be Luis Gonzalez of the Bowie Bay Sox. We'll step aside for 90 seconds and tell you about him as the bottom of the second inning continues after this. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. He's going to face Jonathan Davis, leadoff man for the Eastern Division. The delivery is high from ball one. Tim Tebow stands on second. A double down the left field line just moments ago. Left-hander delivers, and Davis swings, lifts it to center field. Headed straight back is Kalika. A few steps toward right center. He's on the warning track, and he makes the catch to bring the home half of the second inning to an end. What a fruitful one for the Eastern Division. 2-run home run by Jan Hernandez of the Reading Fightin' Phils has given the Eastern Division the lead. We go to the third. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic.
First man that he will face is left-handed batting right fielder Connor Maribel. The Akron Rubber Ducks, a fastball fired in there for strike one. Zoik already the third pitcher tonight for the Eastern Division. Tall right-hander into his motion in the pitch. Fastball drilled by Maribel on a line to left field, but right there to make the catch a few steps to his left is Sam Hilliard. One gone. Numbers on Zoik this season, impressive at first glance, 6-3 with a 3.21 ERA over 12 starts. And even more impressive when you look a little deeper. 8 of his 12 starts have been quality starts. That's 6 or more innings pitched and 3 or fewer earned runs allowed. Here's a bouncing ball hit foul by Altoona third baseman Key Brian Hayes, number 4 Pittsburgh Pirates prospect. Bases empty, 1 out. The Eastern Division All-Stars leading 2-0. Here's a slider spun low and outside. Setting up inside is Grullon. The pitch, a fastball a bit low. Now looking back to those 8 quality starts this season for Zoik, that includes 6 in a row from May 23rd to June 19th. An impressive stretch. Strike 2 delivered on the outer half of the plate.
Zoik with the hard sinker. Really does a good job to stay on top of that ball.
2-2 to Hayes. Breaking ball. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Hayes thought it was in tight. But instead, it's strikeout number 4 tonight collectively for the Eastern Division All-Stars. 2 gone here in the third.
Well, they're really off to a nice start. Eastern pitchers have retired 8 in a row.
Western Division Stars still yet to get a base runner in this ball game. Second baseman Will Maddox will try and put one in play here. We get a look at the Eastern Division Stars bullpen. A southpaw warming up. That is Kyle Hart of Portland. Bouncing ball to first, weakly hit, but a flip to the pitcher covering is in time. And Will Maddox is gone. 9 up and 9 down on the Western Division side. Eastern Division pitching has been terrific. We go to the bottom of the third next. It's the East 2 and the West nothing. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Well, here at Arm & Hammer Park between innings, it's the fan favorite Wendy's Boomer race on the field. Thunder mascot Boomer has to be carried off the field in a stretcher as he was not quite able to complete the race against a young fan here at Arm & Hammer Park tonight. As Hartford Yard goes shortstop, Brendan Rogers digs into the right-handed batter's box. Left-hander Luis Gonzalez of the Bowie Bay Sox from the set position kicks and deals a fastball high and outside. Gonzalez took over with 2 outs and a man on second. In the bottom of the second, left Tim Tebow stranded. Get a look at the replay of what knocked Boomer out between innings. It was second base umpire Patrick Sharshall who gave him the arm bar. Swinging a foul back by Rogers in the count 1-1. Luis Gonzalez with a bit of a short arm delivery, high 3/4 arm slot. Sort of an unorthodox look from his southpaw, whether you're dealing with him as a hitter from the right side or from the left side. Here's a fastball to Rogers, swung on and fouled back up toward the Yankee club. As anticipated, a packed house here at Arm & Hammer Park. Cannot wait to see the announced attendance figure tonight. A ball, 2 strikes to Rogers, the top Colorado Rockies prospect. 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. He chased the heater high, 94 on the gun from the lefty Gonzalez, and Rogers is down on strikes.
Well, Gonzalez can really bring it from that left side. You got a good example of it there with that big fastball.
Gonzalez is the 3rd pitcher of the evening for the Western Division Stars. He follows 1 inning scoreless from Taylor Hearn, the starter from the Altoona Curve. Bo Burrows of the Erie Seawolves went 2/3 of an inning before Gonzalez took over. Here's Kevin Biggio of the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Fastball is upstairs to him. Eastern League leader at the break with 19 long balls on the season, .269 hitter. As we get another look at Portland left-hander Kyle Hart warming up for the Eastern Division. It's a fastball, rather breaking ball, strike to Biggio. 1 out with nobody on. Eastern Division leads this game 2-0 on a 2-run blast in the second by Jan Hernandez of Reading. Biggio chases a low breaking ball for a strike. And he's behind 1-2. The set from the southpaw in this lefty-on-lefty matchup. And the pitch, a fastball low and outside. A few gray clouds moving in, but they don't look particularly threatening on this otherwise gorgeous evening here along the banks of the Delaware. Biggio working the count. It's 2-2. Pitch from Gonzalez. He goes breaking ball again, and it's low and outside. The count full. There's that great batting eye by Biggio again. Leading the Eastern League with 67 walks on the season. 3-2 payoff. Got him looking. Strike 3 at the knees, and Biggio knew it. Looked like he was looking off speed, but then tied up on that fastball on 3-2.
Yeah, very much a close pitch. And sometimes that's the risk you run.
With 2 away, here's Reading first baseman Zach Green. And a glance from afar at the packed house here at Arm & Hammer Park. What a gorgeous evening for an event that comes to each venue really just once in a blue moon. Zach Green, right-handed batter, takes a look at the first pitch, a breaking ball on the inner half for a strike. Green, one of 8 participants in last night's Case's Pork Roll Home Run Derby. Gave the crowd a roar with 7 home runs in his round, ultimately fell short of advancing to the final. Swing and a miss. And the changeup low and outside.
Boy,
devastating pitch.
Yeah, just nasty. And you know that sometimes that's how it goes in an all-star game. Guys get the adrenaline that comes with them.
No balls, 2 strikes. Green holding the bat horizontally. The pitch, a fastball swung on and popped a mile high on the first base side. That will fall into the sea of fans behind the dugout. Green went down looking at strike 3, his first time up, as Gonzalez looks to put him away. Some action in the Western Division bullpen, meanwhile, down the left field line. Gonzalez, the stretch, and the 0-2 pitch. Green swings and lifts it to shallow left. Back out as the shortstop, Howard. He waves his arms for it, calls it, backpedaling, makes the 2-handed catch. And the inning is over. The East goes down in order here at the bottom of the 3rd, but they have a 2-0 lead on the Jan Hernandez 2-run blast. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. It'll be Kalika, followed by Ryan Howard of the Richmond Flying Squirrels, then Luigi Rodriguez, also of Richmond, to follow. First pitch to Kalika, check swing, but a fastball is in the zone anyway. Hart rests the glove up against his right shoulder. On top of the shoulder, gets the signal from his catcher, Davey Grion. who sets up inside the 0-1 pitch. A fastball, this one swung on and driven deep to left field toward the line. Hilliard chasing after it toward the corner, makes the catch on the run for the first out of the inning. So pitching really taking the forefront here in this 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. As we mentioned, the two-run shot by Jan Hernandez. The difference in this game in favor of the Eastern Division. Here's Richmond shortstop Ryan Howard at the plate with one out and nobody on. The kick and the delivery by Hart. Breaking ball lifted to right field. It'll be a long run for Hernandez, but instead he'll watch. And actually that ball is into his glove. Like it was a longer run than it really was. In reality, just a few steps to his left, and the catch is made for an easy out number 2.
Well, the good pitching continues for the Eastern Division. Seems like they all have a good plan. Everybody's been able to get pitcher-friendly contact.
11 up and 11 down by the Eastern Division All-Star pitching staff. Here's Luigi Rodriguez, a pop-up into shallow left. This is trouble. Bermuda Triangle, but the shortstop Rogers with a great diving catch. Oh my goodness. Brendan Rogers of the Hartford Yard Goats sprawling with a headlong diving catch to end the inning. A perfect 4 innings for the Eastern Division pitching staff as this game rolls along to the bottom of the 4th. Next, you're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. He faces 5, 6, and 7 in the Eastern Division All-Star lineup. Third baseman Levi Michael of Binghamton will get it started. The line to the pitch by Funkhauser. Fastball taken on the outside corner for a strike.
Well, word trickling out over the last couple of days that it appears Funkhauser may not be long for the Eastern League.
0-1 pitch. Michael swings and lines it right at the shortstop Howard, who makes the shoestring catch. And there's one away.
He's had great numbers this year, a 3.74 ERA in 17 starts for the Erie Seawolves. Already established career highs in starts, innings, and strikeouts this year.
He's had 4 quality starts among his 17 games started for Erie this season. Played collegiately at Louisville. 4th round draft pick in 2016 by the Tigers. Goes up against Colorado Rockies prospect Sam Hilliard from the left side. First pitch, a fastball strike. While the Eastern Division enjoys its 2-0 lead, meanwhile the Western Division still has not yet had a base runner. Changeup from Funkhauser, outside corner strike. Beautifully painting the black.
And part of the reason that he has pitched so well is that his secondary pitches have improved. The slider has always been good, and so has the fastball.
0-2 fastball this time, and it's outside.
As they say, you know, that changeup for a right-hand pitcher can be the swing. The difference between a guy being a starter or a reliever. And Funkhauser's changeups has made some real strides this year.
1-2 delivery from the righty. Swing and a miss by Hilliard, and he goes down on strikes. Two away quickly in the home half of the 4th for the Eastern Division squad. But here comes the dangerous power bat of the catcher from the Reading Fighting Phils, Davey Grullon. 287 hitter this season, leads all Eastern League catchers with 12 home runs. 40 runs batted in. The line to the pitch by Funkhauser, way outside with a fastball. A little bit of wind picking up out toward right center field here in Trenton. Another gorgeous summer evening here in Central Jersey. 1-0 toss, a breaking ball left high in the zone, called a strike. Maybe a missed opportunity for Grullon. Jan Hernandez waits on deck. 1-1 low and outside. All pitchers working at a quick pace tonight. Funkhauser already the 4th man to appear on the mound for the West. Glove in front of the face, shakes off a signal from his catcher Gushu. Now into the motion. Nope, time called last second by Grullon. Impressive, powerful season for Grullon, already setting us a career high with those 12 home runs. Swings and bounces one foul to the screen. Florida State League All-Star last season with Clearwater was Grullon. He swings and hits one high and deep to right center field. On the run, Kalika. He leaps at the wall, and that ball is gone! A home run for Davy Grullon.
Boy, just an impressive show of power up the alley in right center field by Grullon. And we saw him really make this ballpark look small out to left field last night, and boy, he got a hold of that one.
Using the entirety of the field, he's got that big pop from the right side of the plate. We get another look at that powerful right-handed swing, and he seemed to know it right off the bat. Here's Jan Hernandez. Checks his swing at a low outside slider. Did he hold up? He did not hold up, as Mike Savakinas rings him up down the first baseline. So all 3 runs tonight are off the bats of Reading Fightin' Phil's representatives in this All-Star game. Time called. It was this man right here, who we told you had the 2-run shot in the second inning that opened tonight's scoring. 0-1 pitch from Funkhauser. Slow breaking ball that misses inside. Right-hander Funkhauser into the wind of the pitch. A fastball chopped up the middle to shortstop. Howard ranging to his left. Throws on the run to first. Dug out by the first baseman, Sever. One play on both ends. The inning is over. But the Eastern Division adds to its lead on the solo homer to right center by Davy Grullon, last night's Home Run Derby champion. 3-0 the East on top here in the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. To the 5th inning we go, and for the play-by-play, here's John Moses.
Thank you very much, Spencer. Edgar Garcia of the Reading Fightin' Phils is on for the Eastern Division, and the first pitch is fouled away by Will Craig, designated hitter for the Western Division of the Altoona Curve. Edgar Garcia, right-hander, delivers outside with a breaking ball. A 2.89 ERA in 32 regular season appearances for Garcia. Here comes a 1-1 offering. That one swung on and fouled back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. Seems we have a handful of changes around the defensive side for the Eastern Division. We will get you those throughout this frame. Here comes a 1-2 offering from Garcia. That's long. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Garcia is working with Patrick Mazeika behind the plate for the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Trenton Thunder third baseman Mandy Alvarez has entered the game at third base in place of Levi Michael. 2-2 toss from Garcia, swung on and missed through a high fastball, and there's 1 away. As well, Philadelphia native Josh Akami is over at first base for the Eastern Division, and Trenton Thunder outfielder Trey Ambergy is out in left field. Next up for the Western Division, here is Taylor Gushu. Wind and pitch from Garcia is high. Garcia works quick and deals with the fastball, and Gushu hammers it down the right field line, but it hooks foul and out of play. Harrisburg Senators catcher Taylor Gushu hit 10 home runs during the regular season. Stands it on the left side, a switch hitter. And the pitch from Garcia swung on and missed. Another nasty slider from Edgar Garcia, who is seen as a top 30 prospect in the Philadelphia Phillies system. That by Baseball America leads Reading relievers with 46 strikeouts on the year. And a 1-2. Swung on and grounded back through the middle. It's a base hit. That one off the fringe of the grass into center field. And it's the first base runner for the Western Division. It comes here in the 5th inning.
They finally got that monkey off their back, and now a formidable power hitter to the plate, and Joe Sever for Akron. big step in the right direction for the West tonight.
Here's first baseman Joe Sever for the Western Division of the Akron Rubber Ducks, Cleveland Indians affiliate. Edgar Garcia deals home, and the first offering is low for ball one. Sever slightly open with his right-handed stance. He awaits a 1-0, and he lays off the count 2-0. Sever, 293 average, 6 home runs and 47 driven in. Playing just about every day in the middle of the order for the Rubber Ducks. And a 2-0 from Garcia. Bounces in there, blocked by the catcher Mazica, and the count is 3-0. Sever sporting the navy blue socks with the white stripes pulled up at the knee. So you're ready, and the 3-0 toss. A fastball in there for a strike. A beautiful and comfortable evening here at Arm & Hammer Park. 16th annual Eastern League All-Star Classic. Here's a 3-1. That one swung on and lined to left field, and it's down for a base hit off the wall. Ambergy up with it in left. Gushu will get to third. Joe Sever has a clean double. And the Western Division's offense is in business here in the fifth. Connor Maribel will bat next for the Akron Rubber Ducks. Maribel, who participated in the Case's Pork Roll Home Run Derby last night, had his father Scott pitch to him. What he told us was a dream come true. Certainly a special moment that I'm sure they'll both treasure for the rest of their lives. Here is Garcia, his first offering to Maribel. It's high, and the count is 1-0. Wind continues to push out to center field as the lights are just beginning to take their effect. 3-0, Eastern Division in the lead. 2 in scoring position for the Western Division. The toss is swung on and bounced foul down the first base line.
Edgar Garcia leading Reading relievers this season with 46 strikeouts. Opponents hitting just $1.99 off him. This would certainly be a good spot for him to reach back for a little something extra. Maybe come up with a strikeout here in this tough spot.
Left-hand batter. Here's the toss from Garcia, and that one swung on, served to left field, charging in Ambergy. It drops in front of him for a base hit. Gushu will trot in and score for the Western Division on the run-scoring single by Connor Maribel of the Akron Rubber Ducks. And it's a 3-1 game in the visiting half of the 5th inning.
Good piece of hitting, squaring up that ball to the opposite field. Ambergy playing deep enough so he really didn't have much of a chance to catch that one. But a good job by Ambergy to get that ball in quickly and prevent that additional run from scoring. But, or rather, go-ahead run comes to play now, the tying run aboard.
Here's Ke'Bryan Hayes, third baseman for the Western Division, takes a first pitch breaking ball for strike 1. Right-hander Garcia fires, and that one's inside, nearly hit Hayes. He was able to lean out of the way of it. One ball and 1 strike, 1 away here in the visiting half of the 5th. Garcia deals home. Slider in there for a strike. Nasty. Just nasty breaking ball. It's 1-2. Check on the man at first, and back safely is Connor Maribel. Getting that uniform dirty. Those of you hearing us around the ballpark, you can bid on the uniforms being worn by every player in the game tonight. Here's a 1-2. That one swung on and lifted foul, first base side. That one's going to reach the seats. There's a table near the Thunder Company store, which is behind home plate off to the third base side. You can enter your bids for eligible jerseys there. ball and 2 strikes. Garcia deals to Hayes, and he misses high with a breaking ball. It's 2-2. One away in the inning. 3-1, Eastern Division in front. And the toss home. Breaking ball is fouled back by Ke'Bryan Hayes. Houston area native. A 21-year-old. Selected in the first round in 2015 by the Pittsburgh Pirates. Slightly open with a right-handed stance. The toss from Garcia, swung on and served to center, a base hit. Trotting in to score is Joe Sever. Connor Maribel stops at second. And that's 4 straight hits for the Western Division. Back-to-back run-scoring singles off the bat of Maribel and Hayes. And it appears that has spelled the end of the outing for Edgar Garcia of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Western Division has gotten their first base runners, and a new left-hander is on the way in. 3-2, Eastern Division in front. We'll take a 90-second timeout with 1 away here in the 5th inning. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. The 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic continues at Arm & Hammer Park. Left-hander Daniel Zamora of the Binghamton Rumble Ponies has taken over in a bit of a jam for the Eastern Division. First pitch to Will Maddox, lifted to deep right center field. On the run, Hernandez. He reaches out and makes the catch. Both runners will tag from first and second and get to second and third safely. Will Maddox with a deep fly ball to right center. 2 away in the inning, but 2 men in scoring position for the Western Division as they threaten to take the lead here in the 5th inning. Here's the top of the order. Andrew Kalika. Pitch from Zamora. Breaking ball, bends out of the zone for ball 1. Visiting half of the 5th inning. Eastern leading 3-2. Both teams have 4 hits. No errors committed in the game. Zamora ready. And the toss home. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. Kalika has struck out and flied to left. And the toss home. Breaking ball in the dirt, and it gets through the catcher, Mazika. Sliding in safely at the plate is Connor Maribel. And we are tied at 3. A wild pitch thrown by Daniel Zamora has led to a tie ball game. The same play, Ke'Bryan Hayes makes it to third. And Zamora deals. That one swung on and lined foul. Look out in the picnic area down the left field line. The count is 2-2, 2 away. The set and the toss. Breaking ball swung on and lifted to left. Not particularly deep. Charging it is the left fielder Embergy. He is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. 4 straight hits and a wild pitch lead to 3 runs for the Western Division. We go to the home half of the 5th inning, tied at 3. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Eastern Division designated hitter Tim Tebow will lead off the inning. Tebow doubled to left down the left field line his first time. And he stands in the box. This game tied at 3. Kaselika kicks and deals, and the first pitch is fouled away, third base side for strike 1. Tebow, a .270 average in the Eastern League. He's had 5 home runs and driven in 33. The 0-1 pitch is center cut for strike 2. A good sinking fastball from Kasalika. Local product. Lives in Glen Gardner, New Jersey. Grew up in Summit. Does the pitcher Kasalika, as that one's fouled away by Tebow, and the count remains at 0-2. Kasalika from the third base side of the rubber. Deals home. Breaking ball, bends out of the zone. Tebow laid off for ball 1. .51 ERA during the regular season, and the toss from Kasalika swung on and bounced toward the middle. Slowly hit the shortstop. Howard behind the second base bag, throws to first in time to get Tebow, and he is retired. He is now 1 for 2 in the Eastern League All-Star Classic. Fine play by Howard, charging that chopper, picking it up right behind the second base bag. Here is Trey Ambergy, right-hand batter for the Eastern Division, and the pitch is high. It's taken for ball 1. Ambergy into the game in place of Jonathan Davis, New Hampshire center fielder. There's the toss. Ambergy swings, bounces it to the right side, slowly hit. Second baseman Maddox has it. He throws to first and just gets the Thunder outfielder. And there are 2 away for the Eastern Division here in the 5th. On his way to the mound for the Altoona Curve is the manager, Michael Ryan. He's going to do it for the left-hander, Sean Kasalika. Faces 2 batters, retires them both. And it appears right-hander Dan Slania of the Richmond Flying Squirrels is on his way into the game in relief for the Western Division. We'll take a 90-second timeout and return after this. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Home half of the 5th inning here at the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic, and Dan Slania of the Richmond Flying Squirrels, San Francisco Giants affiliate, is on in relief for the Western Division. And the first toss is swung on and lifted high in the air off the bat of the shortstop, Brendan Rogers. Shortstop Howard is out, called off by the center fielder Kalika, who makes the catch. And the 5th inning comes to a close here at Arm & Hammer Park. We are still tied at 3 in the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic.
Willie Castro, the Akron Rubber Ducks, will bat for Ryan Howard of the Richmond Flying Squirrels. And the first pitch from lefty Daniel Zamora is a strike.
Castro, also a well-thought-of player in the Indian system.
The 0-1 toss from Zamora, low and outside from the Binghamton lefty.
One of the younger guys in the league on opening day. See the lineup card. Those of you with us on Minor League Baseball TV.
Becomes a mess in an all-star game. That's the beauty of it. Low and outside for a ball. It's 2-1 now on Castro. Willie, just 21 years of age, out of Rio Piedras in Puerto Rico. Signed as a free agent by the Indians in 2013. Here's a strike in from Zamora. And the funky lefty has a 2-2 count on the shortstop, new into the ball game. A little bit of cloud cover swooping in here in Trenton. 2-2 from the left-hander. Dirty slider, check swing, and he got him. Devastating slide piece of the back foot from Zamora to Castro, and he rings him up.
That's the calling card for Zamora. That really good slider. He's thrown a couple of really good ones tonight.
Brings up Luigi Rodriguez for the 3rd time. He is 0 for 3 tonight. Richmond outfielder hitting at .305 on the season, 10 home runs on the year. A fastball strike to him on the outside corner. 3-3 ball game here in the 2018 All-Star Classic. The set, and Zamora kicks it, deals the 0-1 way outside. A 2-run shot in the 2nd inning by Jan Hernandez of Reading. Another Reading player went deep in the 4th inning. Catcher Davey Grullon for a solo blast that made it 3-0 in favor of the East. But as a 1-1, Slider sweeps low and outside. 2 balls to strike to Rodriguez. The West tied it up with 3 runs of their own in the 5th inning. 4 consecutive hits strung together. RBI singles by Connor Maribel and Key Brian Hayes included. And then a run scored from third on a wild pitch to tie it. Fastball low from Zamora. The count 3 balls and 1 strike. Stadium lights on and now taking their fuller effect here at Arm & Hammer Park. Will Craig representing Altoona waiting on deck for the West. Here's the 3-1 toss, a swing and a miss at the slider. Badly fooled was Rodriguez. And the count full as he likely chased ball 4. Luigi rests that bat over his left shoulder. And the 3-2 on its way. Slider again. Outside for ball 4. Great plate appearance by Rodriguez, and he represents the go-ahead run aboard for the Western Division Stars. So here is Craig from the Altoona curve. Strongly built right-handed hitter, 6 feet 3 inches tall, 212 pounds, out of Johnson City, Tennessee. The pitch, Zamora deals a fastball low. Zamora not a particularly hard thrower. That last pitch was in the mid-80s. Looking for a ground ball to the infield. 1-0 toss is just outside. Man, that didn't miss the black by much. Luigi Rodriguez of Richmond on first base, representing the go-ahead run for the West. 2-0 delivery. Craig swings, pops it up into shallow right. Right fielder Hillier got a late read, now comes charging in, long run, it drops in for a hit. Into second goes Rodriguez, and that was just not a good initial read out of right field by Sam Hillier as that drops in for a bloop hit.
Well, could have been fooled by the big swing of the big stick of Craig, and looks like we're gonna have another pinch hitter here for the West.
So now into bat for the West Division is catcher Martin Cervenka of the Bowie Bay Sox. He's batting for fellow catcher of the Harrisburg Senators, Taylor Gushue. So Gushue's night is finished, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. And Cervenka takes over his number 5 spot in the order. Big spot as a fastball delivered low and away from the lefty Zamora. 2 runners on for the West, 1 out here at the top of the 6th. This game tied at 3-3. Martin Cervenka, native of the Czech Republic, a chance to make a big difference in this ball game. Pitch, slider way inside. That almost ended up behind the batter by the time it reached the catcher's mitt. That slider's got some kind of movement. Minor league veteran Joe Sever waits on deck, representing Akron. The 2-0 pitch, a swing and a miss through the fastball. Martin Cervenka, .232 hitter on the season, 8 home runs, 29 runs batted in. Lone Eastern League player this season, hailing from a European country. First and second, 1 gone. Zamora with the pitch, a fastball well located on the outside corner for a strike. And it's even at 2. Reasonable assumption that Cervenka will continue this ball game as the catcher defensively when the next half inning rolls around. Backdoor slider missed the corner, and the count full. MILB.com organization all-star last year with High A Lynchburg in the Indian system was Martin Cervenka. Hit .278 with 8 home runs and 57 runs batted in. The set. And the 3-2 runners not going. Slider darts inside, ball 4. What a patient plate appearance by Martin Cervenka off the bench. And that loads the bases for the West with only 1 out.
Well, Joe Sever, who had a double in his last at bat down the left field line on a well-struck ball. It's a big spot for him. And see the Eastern Division pitching coach, Tim Norton, on his way to the mound.
Looks like he'll give the bullpen some time as we see a left-hander getting loose down in the Eastern Division All-Star pen. And that is the one and only James Reeves of the Trenton Thunder. Looking ahead in the lineup for the West, Connor Maribel of Akron is due to hit next, but actually we're seeing a different batter in the on-deck circle. That is Danny Woodrow of the Erie Seawolves, who appears to be hitting next. Bases loaded for the West. This game tied at 3. Zamora in a tough spot here for the Eastern Division Stars. He sets. And the pitch to Sever. Breaking ball across the plate for a strike. Luigi Rodriguez at third, Will Craig on second, and Martin Cervenka on first for the West. Set at the belt is Zamora. The 0-1 pitch, a slider chopped high to third, and it's foul. As John mentioned, a double for Sever his last time up. The second of 4 consecutive hits for the West Division in that 3-run rally. Double play grounder for the East would do wonders here at the top of the 6th. 0-2 toss, breaking ball. This one punched foul on the ground toward first. And it ricochets into the home dugout. What a ball game tonight. Eastern Division jumped out to a 3-0 lead through 4 innings. 3-run rally in the 5th for the West. Tied it all up. Zamora with the 0-2 pitch again, way outside with a fastball. Bright yellow jerseys for the West tonight. Road gray pants. And for the Eastern Division All-Stars, navy blue tops with yellow lettering. Each player wearing their respective home white pants. 1-2 pitch, slider tried to backdoor, but again missed the corner.
Well, this is what Sever does so well. He doesn't give away at bats. He always seems to battle. He brings a good profile of contact and power at the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and the bases loaded for the West Division. Zamora in a big spot in the 2-2 pitch, slider again, and once again he barely misses that outside corner. The count is full. We've seen some terrific plate appearances from Western Division players in this inning. Go ahead run just 90 feet away on third. Here's the 3-2, a fastball, got him looking, strike 3 on the outside corner. Joe Sever frozen on the fastball from the lefty Zamora, and there's a huge second out.
Well, there you go with that good fastball. That'll do it for Zamora, as it looks like he hit the pitch limit.
Skipper Jay Bell of the Eastern Division Stars makes his way out of the first base dugout, and that is it. Trenton Southpaw James Reeves is taking over in relief here in front of his home crowd. We'll take a 90-second timeout. When we come back, we'll tell you more about James Reeves as he enters this game with the bases loaded and a tie game top of the 6th. This is the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. A pinch hitter to the plate. It is outfielder Danny Woodrow of the Erie Seawolves, pinch hitting for Connor Maribel, the Akron Rubber Ducks. The pitch by Reeves, a lefty-on-lefty matchup, a swing and a miss on the tailing fastball. It's been 2 walks and a base hit that have loaded the bases here in the 6th for the West as they threaten to take their first lead of the night in front of a packed house here in Trenton. Reeves deals the 0-1, slider grounded foul toward the third base dugout. James Reeves, a huge asset in the Trenton bullpen this season, leading Thunder relievers with 54 strikeouts. 3rd among Eastern League relievers this season with a 12.46 strikeout per 9 innings ratio. He's way ahead 0-2. The pitch to Woodrow, swing and a roller toward first. Akemi sits on it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for out number 3. Terrific job by James Reeves to work out of the jam here in the 6th inning. We head to the bottom half. This game tied at 3-3. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. In steps Cavan Biggio. Son of Hall of Famer Craig Biggio, spent his entire career with the Houston Astros. Cavan, of course, a Houston native. From the left side, he waits the pitch. A fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Very much like his father, Biggio has some quirks in the batter's box. Does a really noticeable wiggle of the bat before the pitch arrives. 0-1 toss, low and away.
Cavan, an accomplished career at Notre Dame.
Into the full windup, and the pitch is Paulson. Fastball lined into right field for a base hit. That is the first hit of the night for Biggio. He's 1 for 3. So let's get a more in-depth look at right-hander Jake Paulson of the Akron Rubber Ducks. 3.04 ERA for him on the season to go with a 5-3 record. He's appeared in 13 games for the Rubber Ducks, 12 of them in a starting role. And the season with High A Lynchburg, promoted to Akron on May the 2nd. Here's Josh Ockamy of the Portland Sea Dogs taking a pitch low. Ockamy's first at bat of the ball game. He was a defensive replacement for Zach Green a couple of innings ago. Green finishes his night 0 for 2 at the plate. Representing Reading, swinging at a foul tip off the catcher by Ockamy, and the count 1-1. Baseball America ranked Ockamy as the number 12 prospect in the Red Sox system entering the season. He waits with a go-ahead run on first. There goes Biggio for second. Pitches low, throw down to second, and it is in time to get Biggio. What a throw by Martin Cervenka. Willie Castro slaps the quick tag.
Throw right on target from Cervenka. Does not get better than that. He really had to be really perfect with his execution there. Swipe tag by Castro. Well done.
Biggio known for his power, but also brings speed to the equation, but just a throw that was good enough to hose him down at second. Ockamy with a swing and a miss through a low breaking ball, and the count evens at 2-2. Trenton Thunder third baseman Mandy Alvarez waits on deck for the East. The base is now empty. Lefty reliever loosening for the East Division All-Stars at the moment. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Bewildered, Ockamy goes down looking at the backdoor breaking ball. That was Mitch Horacek, Hartford Yard Goats lefty that we saw warming up in the pen for the East just seconds ago. And here is Mandy Alvarez of the Thunder. He takes the spot of Levi Michael, 1 for 2 with a triple tonight. Slider there over the inner half of the plate for a strike.
A good breaking ball from Paulson, just like the one he got to Ockamy a moment ago.
0-1 pitch. Mandy swings and lifts it to right center field. Long run for Kalika. He's running, but the right fielder takes over, and that is Danny Woodrow making the catch to end the inning. Paulson faces the minimum here in the bottom of the 6th. This game remains tied at 3-3 as we head to the 7th next year in Trenton. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Tie ball game, 3-3 tonight. Good one for you this evening. First pitch by Horacek. Big swing and a miss by Mountcastle. Mountcastle, the number 2 prospect in the Baltimore Orioles system entering the season. .316 hitter on the year. 0-1 toss. Fastball lined right at the shortstop. Rogers makes the catch for the first out. Good wood on it by Mountcastle, but unfortunately right where Rogers was positioned. Had it perfectly played. Now we'll see another new player into the ballgame for the West. Dan Gamache of the Harrisburg Senators takes the number 9 spot in the order of Will Maddox of the Erie Seawolves. Lefty-lefty matchup. Horacek deals a fastball off the hands, fouled back. West Division had a golden opportunity back in the 6th inning, loading the bases with only 1 out. Unable to take advantage, they couldn't even push across a single run. 0-1 from Horacek, swung on and popped foul out of play, third base side. A pair of homers for the Eastern Division tonight. 2-run shot by Jan Hernandez of Reading in the 2nd. And a solo blast in the 4th by Davey Grullon, also of Reading, in the 4th inning. That's given the East their 3 runs. Breaking ball, strike 3 called, and gone is Dan Gamache. 2 away here in the top of the 7th. We saw lefty James Reeves of the Trenton Thunder record the final out of that 6th inning jam. Weak ground ball to first base where Josh Ockamy took it to the bag himself. 2 outs, bases empty for Andrew Kalika. Big curveball misses high. Well, a lot of speed for Kalika. That's one of his main calling cards. pitch. A fastball is swung on and missed. 18 stolen bases for Kalika on the year. And leads his team. Also a .390 on base percentage. Second highest among active Eastern League players. 1-1 pitch, line to the second baseman. Played on a hop right into the belt buckle by Biggio. Throws to first, and the inning is over. An efficient 3-up and 3-down frame by Hartford lefty Mitch Horacek.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and help us honor the United States of America with Dick Clark's first musical guest on American Bandstand, recording artist Jack McDade, and his performance of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
The Eastern and Western Division All-Stars are tied at 3. We head to the bottom of the 7th next year, listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Hartford Yard Goats outfielder Sam Hilliard will lead off against a new pitcher for the West Division All-Stars. Low and inside, first pitch spiked in the dirt, and it goes bouncing to the backstop. His new right-hander is Dylan McNamara of the Richmond Flying Squirrels, Staten Island, New York native. Acquired via trade from the Yankees in 2017. Traded to the Giants July the 23rd of last year in exchange for cash. 1-0 pitch to Hilliard, up and away, 2-0. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors are the line totals for both sides tonight. What an all-star game it's been. McNamara pitching exclusively from the stretch, sets below the belt, and the 2-0 offering misses outside. New into the ball game is Ryan Mountcastle, third baseman from the Bowie Bay Sox. Also in the game, second baseman Dan Gamache representing the Harrisburg Senators. 3-0 toss to Hilliard. He swings and sends it back to the screen, nearly over the screen and into the seats. Sitting dead red on that 3-0 fastball. Catcher Patrick Mazika, representing Binghamton, waits on deck for the East. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Hilliard. Fastball way inside, and that's ball 4. The go-ahead run aboard for the East Division Stars.
Here catcher, number 26, Patrick Mazika.
So here's Mazika, 6'3", 210 pounds, from Wilbraham, Massachusetts. 8th round pick of the Mets back in 2015. Light tan bat for him in a slightly open stance as he waits and takes a fastball for a strike. Well, Dylan McNamara has been brilliant over 18 relief appearances for Richmond this season. A 1.11 ERA. Has not allowed an earned run in any of his last 9 appearances for the Squirrels. 0-1 pitch, a check swing and a low breaking ball, could not hold up. And there's strike 2 on Mazika. Mazika taking the place of fellow catcher Davey Grione of Reading, who homered in his final at bat, a solo shot in the 4th. 0-2 pitch, Mazika swings and sends it high in the air down the left field line, but slicing foul. And into the NJM Insurance Group picnic area. Four-year-old catcher Mazika trying to bring that go-ahead run around from first. McNamara from the stretch. Deals, runner going for second. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second by Cervenka. Off the glove of the shortstop Castro and into right center, but there will be no additional advance from Hilliard as the throw gets away. So that's a straight stolen base for Sam Hilliard. He puts himself in a scoring position, but down on strikes is Patrick Mazika, out number 1. look at it on replay, and that ball simply tipped off the glove of Willie Castro, the shortstop. Luckily for the West, no additional advance on the play. Right fielder Jan Hernandez taking that back. Center fielder now, Jan Hernandez, shifted to center field a few innings ago with some substitutions for the East Division squad. Righty-righty matchup with the go-ahead run on second here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The pitch, low and outside. Tim Tebow of the Binghamton Rumble Ponies waits on deck. McNamara from the stretch looks back at Hilliard on second. And the delivery, swing and a miss through the changeup. Tied him up low and inside. Two long balls of the game have accounted for all 3 Eastern Division All-Star runs, including a 2-run shot off the bat of this man here, Hernandez, way back in the 2nd inning. 1-1 pitch, fastball just outside. For those wondering about the recent history of the Eastern League All-Star Game, it's a 3-game winning streak for the Eastern Division. Lead off second by Hilliard, 2-1 pitch. Hernandez swings and pops it foul on the first base side. Last year's All-Star Game held in Manchester, New Hampshire. Northeast Delta Dental Stadium, home of the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. A 7-1 victory for the East in that one. West took an early 1-0 lead, but 7 runs in the 6th inning for the East. Got the job done. 2-2, Hernandez swings and punches a line drive foul on the first base side. Look at Tebow on deck for the East. If it's not Hernandez that comes up with a big hit here, Tebow himself will get that shot. Meanwhile, right-hander Dylan McNamara trying to put Hernandez away in a big spot. The 2-2 pitch, a fastball just low, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Some nasty sink on that fastball. That allows McNamara to induce a lot of ground balls.
Yeah, he'll sink it, he'll cut it. Live in the mid-90s. Certainly a good arm out of that Richmond bullpen.
He has the signal from Cervenka. Look back at second at Hilliard. 3-2 pitch. Hernandez just gets a piece of it and fouls it back over the roof of the ballpark. Tied at 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. Here in the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Skies dark all around here in Trenton. Stadium lights are on, illuminating the entire place. Here we go. 3-2 again to Jan Hernandez. The pitch is inside for ball 4. 2 aboard, and this crowd knows what's at stake here. Tim Tebow of the Binghamton Rumble Ponies with a chance to come up with one of the big hits in this game.
He's got a double earlier, which he served down the left field line, and he's grounded out to short.
That double he punched down the left field line. Back in his first at bat of the 2nd inning. Here's the stretch. Go-ahead run on second. Pitch to Tebow. He swings and lifts it. A line drive to left field, but caught on the run by Luigi Rodriguez to his left. And there's out number 2. When after the first pitch he saw, it was a good one, but not able to find the green out there in the outfield. Time called, and here is Altoona Curve skipper Michael Ryan out to the mound. It looks like he's ready to make a pitching change. There is the call, and in trots a new right-hander into the ballgame. We'll step aside for 90 seconds. When we come back, we'll tell you more about the new pitcher for the Western Division. The Eastern Division threatening here at the bottom of the 7th. This game tied at 3-3. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Trey Ambergy of the Trenton Thunder at the plate. Tie ball game 3 men on first and second, 2 outs. First pitch is a slider for a strike. Ambergy taking his cuts in the ball game for the 2nd time tonight. He grounded to second his first trip. Set by Williams, and the pitch on its way. Ambergy swings and pops it up on the first base side. This could be playable for Sever near the coaching box, near the dugout. Makes the one-handed grab on the warning track and foul ground, and the inning is over. Well, the Eastern Division missed a golden opportunity there. This ball game remains tied at 3 as we make our way to the 8th. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic.
Ranks 4th among Eastern League relievers with 12 strikeouts per 9 innings, and he starts Willie Castro of the Akron Rubber Ducks with a fastball strike. Frere, who hails from Miles City, Montana, lifts his leg and fires. A fastball high, and the count is 1-1. Castro, Rodriguez, and Craig, 2, 3, and 4 in the Western Division batting order. And the 1-1 toss is swung on and fouled away. First base side and well out of play. 3-3 game, 5 hits on each side. Frere working from the first base side of the rubber. Here's his toss, and that one's fouled down the third base line. And the count remains at 1-2. Eastern League All-Star Classic presented by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey. Case's Pork Roll Home Run Derby commenced last night with Reading's Davy Grullon taking home the title. Frere of the Thunder is ready, and the pitch to Castro is inside, moving the feet of the right-hand batter. But it skips away from the catcher, Mazika. It's 2-2. Outfield slightly to the opposite field against Castro. Straight up on the infield. And Frere's toss. Fastball just missed the inside corner. And the count is full with 3 balls and 2 strikes. Caleb Frere has appeared 26 times during the regular season. With the Trenton Thunder, he saved 3 games, a 0.69 ERA. The next toss is swung on and missed. He struck him out. And that swing and miss pitch for Caleb Frere has been a big part of his game this year.
Yeah, he's gotten so many of those swings and misses. You said a big part of his game. He ranks 4th among Eastern League relievers with a 12 strikeouts per 9 innings ratio. And he's just leaps and bounds ahead of where he was last season in terms of command and effectiveness overall. He's been brilliant.
Time called for a moment. Luigi Rodriguez seems like he wants perhaps a different bat or some chalk, and yes, it looks like a new bat for Luigi Rodriguez of the Richmond Flying Squirrels. It's the top half of the 8th inning. This game is tied at 3. We weren't expecting a tie game, though there is precedent for it. Happened in Portland a couple years ago as Rodriguez swings and misses at the first offering from Frere, and the count is 0-1. Back in 2015, and the game, if it ends in a tie, which would do so after 9 full innings. Here's an 0-1 pitch. That one swung on, lifted high in the air, left center field. The center fielder looks up, and you can't forget it. Solo home run, Luigi Rodriguez. And the Richmond Flying Squirrels outfielder has given the Western Division the lead here in the 8th inning. It's 4-3.
He managed only 2 home runs in the home run derby last night as the leadoff man, but he saved 1 for when it really counts here at the top of the 8th inning. Big fly there in a big spot puts Western Division on top.
Well, Rodriguez, who is in the midst of a career season across the board, has given the Western Division the lead. Here's Will Craig, the designated hitter for the Western Division. He fouls the first pitch back. No balls and a strike on Will Craig of the Altoona Curve. Here's the toss. That one swung on and missed. Backdoor breaking ball from Frere to get strike 2. Left-hander comes ready, sets shoulder high in the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. Will Craig is down on strikes. Fastball above the zone. And there are 2 away here in the 8th inning. Next up for the Western Division is Martin Cervenka, the catcher, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. Frere is ready, and the 0-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. That hard biting slider from Frere. Cervenka walked in his first plate appearance. The toss from Frere, a slider that bounces in, and it's taken for ball 1. Cervenka following Taylor Gushu of the Harrisburg Senators. Gushu went 1 for 2 with a run scored tonight. And the toss from Frere is swung on and popped up. Shallow right, tough area on the run, and there to make the catch is Hilliard. And the inning comes to an end, but a solo home run by Luigi Rodriguez in this half of the 8th inning has given the Western Division a 4-3 advantage. Brendan Rodgers of the Hartford Yard Goats is 0 for 3. He has flied to center twice and struck out tonight. The toss from Aiken is inside. That one nicked off the glove of the catcher Cervenka and went back to the screen. 1 ball and no strikes. Cervenka and Aiken working together as they do during the regular season for the Bowie Bay Sox. That pitch inside, spinning Rodgers off the plate. Lift of the leg and the toss from Aiken. Misses inside, and he's fallen behind 2-0. Here's the toss. Rodgers fouls it back. Alongside Spencer Smith, I'm John Moses. Thanks for making us part of your Wednesday night. It is a marquee night in the history of Arm & Hammer Park. 8,296 fans through the gates here in Trenton as Rodgers rakes a 2-1 up the alley in left center field. That's a fair ball. Over to cut it off is the left fielder Rodriguez. Rodgers hustles to second and gets there with a double. Tying run is in scoring position for the Eastern Division as Kevin Biggio makes his way to the plate. Tonight, here in Trenton, the 9th largest crowd in Arm & Hammer Park franchise history, 8,296. Time called as Aiken will go out to the mound. Beckons his catcher Cervenka out to the mound. They want to go over the signs with a man in scoring position and nobody out.
This is a turning point for the Eastern Division All-Stars. They've had opportunities in a couple of their last couple of innings at the plate and just have not been able to take advantage. But Brendan Rodgers trying to give them new life. That leadoff double represents the tying run. Another big spot in the game.
Shift on the western infield for Kevin Biggio. The first pitch to him, it gets through the legs of the catcher Cervenka and skips off to the first base side. On a wild pitch, Brendan Rodgers takes third, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Biggio, a well-struck single his last time. That came in the 6th. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Infield is up for the Western Division. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Aiken. It's low. Two balls and no strikes. Aiken ready, and the toss swung on and fouled away by Biggio.
Well, Remember that Biggio has among the best plate discipline in the Eastern League, leading the league in walks, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. He's not necessarily a guy who's going to go hacking at every pitch he sees. He's going to take his time, pick his pitch. If he gets one that he can lift to medium deep outfield, that would score the tying run.
2-1. Just missed the outside corner for ball 3.
That's what he does. He works the count in his favor, and he's gotten so many good pitches to hit this season for that reason.
Set now, the pitch. Swung on and foul down the first baseline. A hard line drive off the bat of Biggio, just outside the bag. Biggio slightly open with his left-handed stance. The 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball high. He walked him. Patient plate appearance from Kevin Biggio. He heads down to first. Still nobody out here in the 8th inning as Josh Akami makes his way to the plate for the Eastern Division.
There's that great plate discipline from Biggio again. Puts himself on base, representing that go-ahead run, and big bat of Josh Akami has a chance to do something huge.
Shift still on for the Western Division as the shortstop Castro plays on the right side of the bag. First pitch is swung on and missed. Akami, the big contingent of family and friends in the house. He's from Philadelphia, which is about 40 minutes south of us here in Trenton. And the 0-1 swung on and fouled back. Akami, the Portland Sea Dogs 5th round selection in 2014 by the Boston Red Sox. Keegan Aiken is ready. Still nobody out in the inning. The pitch is swung on and missed. He struck him out. Looks like a fastball under his hands, and there's one away.
Aiken blazing it right by him, and now facing Mandy Alvarez. Chance to come up with something big. That does give the middle infielders, though, an opportunity here to move back into double play depth. And a ground ball to the infield could get Aiken out of the inning.
Mandy Alvarez of the Trenton Thunder stands at the plate on the right side against Aiken. And the first pitch, a swing and a miss. Fastball in the upper third of the strike zone. Aiken ready at his belt. And the toss. A swing and a miss by Alvarez for strike 2. Typically, all-star games don't have this amount of tension late in the game. And yet here we are in 0-2. Swung on and fouled away. First base side. Defensive hack from Alvarez off to the first base side. (4-3). Western Division leading. Home half of the 8th. Aiken ready. And the pitch to Alvarez is swung on and fouled away again. Brendan Rodgers doubled to start the inning, moved to third on a wild pitch. Kevin Biggio worked a walk. And then Aiken struck out Josh Akami. And now he faces Alvarez. Another 0-2. Swing and a foul tip into the mid of the catcher. That's strike 3. Big second out for Keegan Aiken and the Western Division. And it's up to Sam Hilliard of the Hartford Yard Goats. Shift on the Western infield. And the pitch to Hilliard is taken low for ball 1. Lefty ready. And the toss is taken low again, 2-0. Hilliard waits, and the toss swung on and bounced foul outside the first base line. Hilliard is 0 for 2. He has walked tonight. Ranked as a top 15 prospect in the Rockies system by Baseball America entering the year. Hilliard features big power, which we saw last night in the Case's Pork Roll Home Run Derby. A 2-1 is taken high for ball 3. Aiken set. The pitch. Swung on and popped up. Third base side. Mountcastle into foul territory. Makes the catch in the coach's box. And Keegan Aiken works out of the jam in the 8th inning. The Western Division hangs on to a 4-3 lead as we go to the 9th. This is the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Right-hand batter against the lefty Roseboom, who lifts his leg and deals wide of the zone. That one sneaks out of the mitt of the catcher Patrick Mazika, just as we had in the home half of the 8th, here in the visiting half of the 9th. A battery that has worked together for their home club, Patrick Mazika and David Roseboom, both in Binghamton. Here's a 1-0. That one slips out of the hand and misses wide of the zone. It's 2-0. Roseboom is the 10th pitcher of the Eastern Division bullpen. One guy has yet to be used. For Yard Goats right-hander Matt Pierpont. Roseboom fires a fastball in there for a strike. Left-hander is ready. And the toss home. A changeup swung on and missed. Good one there from Roseboom, who's appeared 25 times in the regular season and recorded a 2.06 ERA. And the left-hander tosses. That one swung on, lifted to left field, charging in Trey Ambergy, and he is there to make the catch. Eastern Division manager Jay Bell is on his way to the mound. It appears that was the plan. The one batter for Roseboom, and now he will go to Matt Pierpont, the final available arm for the Eastern Division. Pierpont of the Hartford Yard Goats. We'll take a 90-second timeout and bring you back after this. You're listening to the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Pierpont fires a first offering. It's a bit high, and it's taken for ball 1. Luigi Rodriguez, tie-breaking solo home run in the 8th inning. It's given the Western Division this 1-run lead. Here's a 1-0 pitch from Pierpont. That one swung on and hammered to right field. It's going to take a bounce fair down the right field line. Woodrow's around first. He touches second. He's getting the wave toward third. Relay throw is late. It's a triple for Danny Woodrow of the Erie Seawolves.
Look at that speed. Great job putting himself in a scoring position with that hustle. A chance for the Western Division to pad its lead. That's going to be important going up against those big Eastern Division bats heading to the bottom half, looking ahead in this game.
That'll bring Ryan Mountcastle to the plate for the Western Division. He lined out to short his first time. And the toss, a swing and a miss. There's the toss, another swing and a miss. Balls and 2 strikes. Pierpont ready from the first base side of the rubber. The righty tosses. Another swing and a foul tip at the plate. Mountcastle just stays alive. Left-hander sets. And the toss home. A swing and a miss and a pitch down and away. Mountcastle couldn't hold the swing. Second out here in the 9th inning as the Western Division looks to add to their 1-run lead.
Well, Matt Pierpont second among Eastern League relievers with over 12.5 strikeouts per 9 innings ratio. Terrific, and just a small sample of what he's done to Eastern League matters this year.
Here is Dan Gamache of the Harrisburg Senators. Left-hand batter as the infield is back to their normal depth. Pitch from Pierpont is swung on and missed. Good first pitch breaking ball. The count is 0-1. Right-hander ready, and the toss. One floats out of the zone. Gamache held up, as confirmed by the third base umpire, Jacob Metz. A little bit of wind. Not much significance at the moment. Here's the 1-1. That one swung on and popped foul behind home plate and off to our left. Looking ahead to the 9th inning for the Eastern Division. It's the bottom third of the order. Patrick Mazeika, Jan Hernandez, and Tim Tebow. Pierpont ready. And a 1-2 is taken in the dirt for ball 2. Runs on 7 hits for the Western Division tonight. No errors in the game. 3 runs on 6 hits. No errors for the Eastern Division. Here comes a 2-2. Swing and a miss. Pierpont, 2 big strikeouts out of the Eastern Division bullpen following the 1-out triple by Woodrow. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Western Division leads by a run. This is the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Self comes ready. And the pitch to Mazeika is delivered high. It's taken for ball 1. Is fouled away, first base side. 1 ball and 1 strike. A capacity crowd here at Arm & Hammer Park. 9th largest in the park's history. Self is ready. Here comes a 1-1 to Mazeika. He swings and bounces it to the right side. It's knocked down by the second baseman Gamache, and Mazeika will reach. Leadoff man aboard for the Eastern Division. Jan Hernandez is next. That's an infield single for Mazeika to start the inning. Hernandez got the scoring started tonight with a 2-run home run in the 2nd inning. Self is ready, and the right-hander deals. In there for a strike. Self ready. Here comes an 0-1. Breaking ball, swung on and lifted to center. Back is Kalika. He's on the track, and he makes the catch just in front of the 4:07 mark. Returning to first is Patrick Mazeika, and Jan Hernandez just narrowly missed a game winner. Here is Tim Tebow of the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Tebow is 1 for 3. left-hand batter. Self comes ready. The toss. A swing and a miss. Fastball down and away from the left-hand batter. Self ready. Here's the pitch. He missed the outer edge. It's taken for ball one. Western Division leading by a run. Standing on first is the tying run with one away for the Eastern Division. Bottom of the ninth. 1-1 pitch to Tebow is fouled back to the screen. Self goes to the rosin bag. Veteran right-hander digs back into the rubber. He's ready. 1-2. Fouled away. Third base side and well out of play. Self set. Another 1-2. Foul tipped at the plate by Tebow. He stays alive. Another tense moment. The Eastern League All-Star Classic. Self has the sign from Cervenka. A 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Held onto by the catcher for strike three. Tebow battled, but couldn't get to the pitch down and in. And there are two away. Here is Trey Ambergy of the Trenton Thunder. Right-hand batter against Derek Self. The first offering home is taken in the dirt for ball one. Mazika stays at first. Self comes ready. The 1-0. Taken outside, slider sweeping out of the zone. It's 2-0. Hitters count. The pitch to Ambergy is swung on and lined to left field. Rodriguez over. He can't make the catch. It's down on the warning track. Mazika touches third. He's getting the wave home and will score. A game-tying RBI double from Trey Ambergy of the Trenton Thunder. We're tied at 4 here in the ninth.
That has to be one of the proudest moments of Trey Ambergy's career thus far. Just putting the bat to the ball, hitting it square just out of the reach of Rodriguez. Huge hit, and now he represents the winning run on second.
Rodriguez was playing deep, but the ball hit so hard that he just couldn't get over and make the catch on a line. Here's Brendan Rogers of the Hartford Yard Goats. Pitch from Self is in there for a strike. Self ready, and the pitch. Breaking ball fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes on Brendan Rogers. Shortstop is 1 for 4 tonight. He doubled in the 8th inning. Here's the set and the toss. Swinging a high bouncer foul off to the third base side. We should know that this game will not go to extra innings. Self is ready. 0-2 pitch. Lifted to left. Rodriguez there. He makes the catch. And the Eastern League All-Star Classic must be decided by a special home run derby. The umpires will come together and discuss it as Rogers, who hit it well to left, flies out to end the regular portion of the ball game. Trenton Thunder General Manager Jeff Hurley running out to the field to meet the Eastern Division Manager Jay Bell and the umpire crew off to the first base side. Each manager has the opportunity to select one hitter from his roster. The Western Division would hit first. We'll put 2 minutes on the clock to hit as many balls into play as possible. Essentially, you want to hit home runs. The first one is foul. So for the next one by Craig is also foul off to the first base side. Craig hits the next one high in the air to center field. That will be worth 10 points if it stays in the ballpark, and it does. 2 pitches miss inside. Craig hits the next one deep to left field. That one is gone. So that's 100. Next one in the air, that appears to be to center field, and it stays in the ballpark. 120. Next one grounded to left field, that's another 5. Another line to left field, another 5. 114 and counting. Here's a line drive to center. It's well struck. It is in play. 10 points to center. Will Craig swings at the next one and lifts it to center. And he drops it into center. He's at 135. Now a ground ball to the third baseman, so that's into left field. He's at 150. Another one into left. Another one into left. He's up to 155. The right-hand batter swings again. 155. He's under 45 seconds to go. Western Division. Here's the pitch to Craig. That one's cracked to center. It's well struck. Will it stay in the yard? Yes. It's 10 points to center field. Craig does so again to center field. He's up to 170. That one lands in fair territory. Under 30 seconds to go in the hitting challenge. Craig could really use another home run to help determine a winner. And he pops another one up as that one landed in center. This one will land in right. He's at 195. Now I believe 200 points. And he hits one to deep left. That one, if it's fair, it is fair, a home run. Will Craig has had his 2 minutes expire, and I believe he is at 300 points. An even 300 for Will Craig of the Altoona Curve. Now the first offering to Green, and the 2-minute clock has begun as the pitch is taken. Green lifts it to center. It's well struck. Will it stay in? It is a fair ball, and it stays in the yard. It's 10 points. And he swings at the next one. Takes it to left field. It is a home run. Not a home run. Green brings it to center on the next one. It's well struck. It is staying in play. The next one to Green is popped up again to center. Under 90 seconds to go in the hitting challenge. The next offering is lifted high in the air to left. Does it have enough to get out of the ballpark? It is still in play. That's 5 points. Green is at 130. The next one is lifted to right field. That one looks like it's going to stay in the yard, and it will. He's at 135. Next one is lined down the left field line. It is a foul ball. Do not count it. Green hits a deep one. Left field. It is a home run. He's at 240. A home run will win it for Zach Green. And that one falls in fair territory. 45 seconds to go. He's at 245. Zach Green, if that one lands in center, It is right on the line. It lands in center. He's at 255. That one's popped up on the infield. He's now to 30 seconds to go. As that one lands foul, it doesn't count. Green fouls another one away. He needs 55 points to tie, 60 to win. A home run will do it. Green lines it to left. It's another 5. 12 seconds. Green, deep left center. Will it get out? No. 7 seconds. He lifts it to center again. Green needs a home run. Did he do it? High in the air to left. He's at 270. And it lands short of the wall. And the Western Division has won the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic. Will Craig wins the hitting challenge, 305 to 275. And the Western Division has won the 2018 Eastern League All-Star Classic.